Intrepid Songwriter here, coming at you with Finale Tutorial 2. We're going to do some quick brass setups and learn some tips and tricks. So let's go to our setup wizard, and we're going to look at each one of these. Now remember, whenever we select an ensemble, we also get to select a document style. It tells you over here what is in that document style, and here are your page and part sizes. Okay, so we're going to start out with a brass trio. Since this is a band of sorts, we're going to start out with band style. That gives us the Maestro font, all our composer information, tighter staff spacing for large scores, and also it will number every measure. Here are our defaults. Okay, so we're all set up, and we have our concert band order. Remember, we can change that order with these arrows, and we can save whatever changes we make as a new ensemble that will show up as an option whenever we pick our initial ensemble. Okay, so we're going to name this Brass Trio Band Style Finale Tutorial 2. And then we're going to add all of our composer information right quick. We're going to put this in 3/4. Let's go with A major. Only going to have 6 measures. We're going to be doing this brightly. Tempo of quarter equals 100 and no pickup. And here we go. So once again, you see that Finale has set everything up for us perfectly. We've got our 3 brass parts laid out, all of our information, our tempo markings, and our mood marking, okay? And this is the full score. Now, in case you don't want to write your notes the way the horns are supposed to be tuned, you can go to Document, and you can check Display in Concert Pitch. And now, you see you can write all of your notes in concert pitch. So you don't have to worry about what key the horn is actually tuned to while you're writing, and then you can convert back to the regular tuning when you're done. Okay, so let's put in a few notes and go from there. All right, so as you can see, I've put in a few notes, and we're still in concert pitch. Why don't we give this quick masterpiece a quick listen? Wonderful. The makings of something wonderful right there. Okay? Now, next thing, we're going to convert our score back to the proper tuning for each horn. So we go up to Document, and we uncheck Display in Concert Pitch, and we're tuned correctly now. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to extract the parts so we can print out each one of these parts individually. So we're going to go to our File menu, drop down to Extract Parts. It's already checked off each individual part. We can either have it generate its own names, or we can have prompt for each name, which is what I prefer. And then we're going to open each extracted part after Finale sets it up. Okay? Let's actually look at, if you want to navigate between whatever Finale windows you have open, you just go up to the top and go to Window, and drop to the bottom, and you can go to whichever window of whatever score you want. And there you have it. There's the trumpet part in its proper tuning, all laid out. Okay, going to look at our horn in F, same deal, notes laid out, proper tuning, and trombone. Now, of course, we didn't add any dynamics or articulations or anything like that. I'm just showing you how to do the quick setups. Okay? Okay, I want to show you a few more things before we move on. If you go up to Document, we have edit score checked, but you can also edit each individual part. So we can isolate the trumpet and B flat part, isolate on an F part, isolate the trombone part this way. Remember I showed you can look at them this way, but you can isolate them here before you split them out. And then you can go back to the full score. Also underneath document, you can click on manage parts. And when you go to manage parts, you can change the part order. So let's say I want to move that down. You can swap out what instruments are in what groups if you have them grouped. You can, again, this is another way to generate individual parts. You can add a part, delete a part. You open up part creation preferences. It talks about how you space the notes, if you have multi-measure rests, if you want a certain number of measures per system, you want to space the systems evenly. Okay. So lots of different things, again, that you can do there. All right. Okay, on to the next example. All right, back at our setup wizard. This time we're going to look at the brass quintet. And this time we're going to choose the jazz band style. That gives us a landscape page orientation using the Broadway copyist font. Okay, so we're going to see what that Broadway copyist font looks like. And then all of our information. Now you can see down here, this has switched. Our score page size is now landscape. Our part page size is still portrait. Okay, so remember, with each different document style, you've got to check what's going on down here as well. Got our instruments set up, our concert band order set up. We're going to call this brass quintet jazz band finale tutorial 2. We're going to put this in 2/4. Going to go with E flat major, 6 measures, 100, and we're going to do a quarter note pickup. And here we go. Now we are going to display in concert pitch by going to document, setting that up. You can see again each individual measure is numbered. Okay. Okay, now I think I'm going to fit all of these measures into one system and put 4, 5, and 6 in a system. So you can either click on the measure you want to start with and then shift click to select those measures, or you can simply click and drag to highlight, get all those measures in there. Then you hit Control and M. When you hit Control and M, you get the Fit Measures dialog box. I want to lock selected measures into one system. Okay, so I hit OK, and voila. We have our pickup measure and our first 3 measures all in one system. That's what that little lock means, that this system is locked. Final 3 measures down here. Let me put in some notes right quick and see what we can see. Lots going on there too. All right, let's move on to the next example. All right, back at our setup wizard, we're going to look at the brass choir. I'm going to pick the marching band, document style, maestro font, full composer information, same score format as the band, but the parts are in landscape formation. So remember always to check down here to see what the orientations are for the printing and extracting the parts. Okay, lots of horns. Again, this is our brass choir, concert band, and we're going to call this brass choir with our marching band document style finale tutorial F2, and our composer info. Going to go 3/4. Let's go with a minor key. We will go with B minor. 6 measures. We're going to say that we're going to be doing this somberly and add a metronome marking of 99. And let's go with a quarter note pickup measure. All right, so you can see Finale set everything up. Let's look at the instructions at the top of the page. It talks about our formatting for the printing. And so you gotta go to your setup dialog in the print dialog box and set the pages up so you can get your documents to print correctly. Okay? All right, once again, everything's in place. Our information, our mood marking, our metronome marking. Let's make sure we put it in displaying concert pitch. And you can see this is a full brass choir, so we've got quite a few parts going on. Okay? All right, let me add some notes right quick. All right, I've got some notes in. Why don't we give that a quick listen? Yeah, I know that's really muddy on the bottom end. I know I have to clean that up a lot, but you get the idea. Okay? And remember all the stuff we went over about extracting the parts and checking them out one by one. Lots of things you can do for some quick brass setups. Okay? All right, that's it for this tutorial. We'll see you in the next video. And remember to never stop writing.